team at We Love Baking. Today I'm going to share with you how to make some cute little mummy cupcakes in time for Halloween. These are delicious chocolate cupcakes topped with a vanilla buttercream made to look like mummies. They are so fun. Let's get baking. Right, to start with, we are going to make our cakes. So into my bowl of my stand mixer, I'm going to pop in my butter. So this is unsalted butter. And to that, I'm also going to add some sugar. Now today I am using Tate and Lyle's Muscovado sugar. And the reason I've chosen to use this today is because it's going to keep my cake really moist. And the molasses in the sugar is going to add a really lovely hint of caramel flavour to my chocolate cupcakes. So I'm going to measure this out directly into my bowl. So that's my sugar measured out. I'm going to set that aside while we go and mix our butter and sugar. So this is going in my stand mixer and I want to beat this up until it's really light and fluffy. So once your sugar and butter have mixed together and your mixture is really lovely and pale like that, that is perfect. Before I do anything else, I'm just going to grab my spatula and scrape my bowl down. So you can see there's all the bits up the side that haven't got mixed in. So I'm going to scrape all that down and give it a quick mix before we continue with the recipe. Right, so my mixture is done. That is all looking evenly fluffed up. As you can see, that is perfect. So I'm going to scrape the bowl one more time, just because when I add the next ingredients, they'll mix down really well as well. So a quick scrape down, that's good to go. And to this, I am now going to add in some eggs. That's going to get mixed together again. Right, so once everything is mixed together, now we are ready for our dry ingredients. So into my bowl, I am going to add in some flour. I'm using self-raising flour today and not plain flour. Some cocoa powder and salt. This is going back under the mixer. We're going to beat everything together. So once everything is mixed together there, I'm going to add in my final ingredient for my cupcakes, and that is just a little bit of milk, and that is going to lighten up my cupcakes and make them really, really fluffy when they bake. And that is my cupcake mixture all done. So if I grab the bowl, I will show you what it looks like. It is beautiful and silky smooth. You can see absolutely perfect texture. Look at that. So I'm going to divide this up evenly between my 12 cupcake cases. Just move this over, give myself a bit of room. So I'm going to use an ice cream scoop just because I find I can get my portions out nice and evenly that way. But if you haven't got an ice cream scoop, a couple of spoons or anything like that will work just fine too. So all I'm going to do is scoop and drop them in and fill up all my cases that way. And then once they are all filled, I'm going to pop my baking tray into my oven, which has been preheating behind me at 160, a little bit lower because I want my cupcakes to rise more flat rather than have a dome. So that's why I'm baking it a little bit slower to slow down the rise in them. And then we will get making some buttercream and decorate. So my cupcakes are out of the oven. I have put them out of the tin and I have left them on a cooling rack to cool down completely before they decorate. While they are cooling, I am going to make my buttercream. So into my clean bowl of my stand mixer, I'm going to pop in some unsalted butter. And this is all I'm going to put in for now. And what I'm going to do with my butter is I'm actually going to beat it up. Now, if you beat your butter up and make it really light and airy and soft, it's going to make your buttercream really smooth and really easy to work with. So this is going to get beaten quite a while for a good few minutes until it is really lovely and pale and creamy. So once your butter has been really well mixed for a few minutes, it will go really, really pale, and that is exactly what you want. That is perfect. So I'm going to scrape all that down so that when I put my sugar in next, it's all going to mix together much more easily. So just a quick scrape down, and then into this bowl, I'm going to measure in some icing sugar. Now, whenever you make buttercream, it's really important that you sift your icing sugar into your butter. This is because the icing sugar is then going to be in really small pieces and not lumps, so you won't get lumpiness in your icing. So really important to sift icing sugar, especially if you're making buttercream. So today, of course, I am using Tate and Lyle's icing sugar. Now, Tate and Lyle's sugars are brilliant because they are made with cane sugar, which gives you a much sweeter end flavour and not any any earthiness or any grittiness or anything like that. So directly into my sieve, I'm going to measure out my icing sugar and then get sifting. So that is all my icing sugar sifted together. So I'm going to pop this back under my mixer and mix everything together. So once your icing sugar and butter have completely combined together, and we're only looking for it to combine at this stage, we don't need to have it fluffy or anything like that. And you're looking for it to be nice and smooth like that. I'm just going to add in, very simply, a little bit of vanilla, and then scrape my bowl down and give it a really good mix. Now this time I'm going to turn my speed up on high, and I'm going to mix it for a good few minutes until my buttercream goes really pale and fluffy and really soft. So my icing is completely mixed together and it's all ready to go. If you have a look with me in a second, you will see it is beautifully and light and fluffy and actually quite white like a bandage, which is perfect. So I'm going to grab my buttercream and pop it all into a piping bag. I have ready here already a piping bag fitted with a fairly flat nozzle, and that is going to help me pipe really easily the bandages that I want for my mummy cupcakes. So once you have got your icing in your piping bag, pull the top together and give it a twist at the top. And that's what's going to stop it coming out from that side. And you're going to hold that at the end and then put pressure around from the middle of your hand there. And that's going to push my icing, if I can show you, all the way out the end of my tip, like so. So we are ready to decorate our cupcakes now. So I'm going to grab myself a cupcake. I'm going to pipe a few bandages across the cupcake to start with. So the really lovely thing about this is it's really forgiving if you've got a wobbly hand, if your icing doesn't come out smoothly, not a problem at all. So you want to pipe a few of those on, and then we're going to grab a couple of googly eyes. They are sugar eyes, so you can see they look like eyes, and I'm just going to pop them on the little bit of icing that I've done. So we're going to put 2 of them on. It doesn't matter if you can see a bit of cake under the bandages, that's absolutely fine. So 2 of those have gone on like that. And then I'm going to go back to my icing and finish piping over the rest of my cupcake. And once you have got as many bandages on as you are happy with, your cupcake is done. There you have it, adorable chocolate mummy cupcakes, all perfect for Halloween, and actually a really fun little bake to do with the kids as well. There you have it. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and we shall see you next time. Happy baking.